Hi guys, welcome to my channel everyone, and thank you so much for watching. What's going on guys? I am Jade. If you're new here, please guys hit the like button and also share this video, because today we are going to be discussing something that I personally think it is some you know confirmation of what has been widely reported for some time now. So I came across this article by People. I emphasize on People because let me tell you, People do not play. Okay, People is known for being very reputable. People magazine is known for always hitting the nail on the head. Most time they have a reputation for always posting the right things. So that was why I was particularly interested in this article. And on this article, it basically says Prince Charlotte had a flood of tears when she saw her dad, Prince William's beard for the first time. Okay? Now, in my opinion, and in the opinions of any person that is logical, this right here is confirmation that at the very least, as at the time that Prince William started growing his beard, they were not living together, because everybody who, if you've ever known a man, if you've ever lived with a man, whether your father, your boyfriend, your husband, your roommate, or whatever, you know that it takes a while, okay, for those beards to grow out. It doesn't grow overnight. Don't wake up one morning and have a chin full of beard. That's not how that works. So my thing is, as soon as I saw this article, the first thing that crossed my mind was, okay, so if she is having a flood of tears when she first saw Prince William's beard, what that tells me is that he was not around. She was not around. They were not around the same place when he was growing the beard. So that is an explanation that we all need. So let's go over and just read the article and see what it says. Okay, but in my opinion, this is yet, because this article came out yesterday. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was around the time when he rounded up his Earth shot nonsense. You know, I know that the media, oh my gosh, they want to paint a narrative. They want you to believe that it was so successful. Oh, his headshot prize award, whatever, was so successful. It's a lie, okay? It's a lie. If you ignore all the lies, if you ignore the gaslight, if you ignore all of the attempts to try and convince you that this was all a very successful event, and start digging deep, people didn't want him there. People didn't want him there. And true to the people who know that they are not liked, they're not wanted, nobody cares about them, they always try to like do some type of press round. And that's exactly what he's doing now, okay? Do press round and kind of push whatever narrative that they want to push, whatever narrative that they want people to know about the situation. And that's what I see here. And once again, in my opinion, he's using his children. He's using his daughter to drum up support, because when you're not liked, when nobody cares about you, when you are, and they do this a lot. The royal family, they do this a lot. Whenever they are in the middle of a scandal, such as they currently are with the whole slumlord situation, do you know what they do? They start using their own children. Because who can say no to beautiful children? Who can say no to all those innocent young children? Oh, let's just ignore the fact that this man and his father, who is, by the way, the King of England, are taking advantage of people, are basically the definition of slumlords. But let's just ignore all of that and look at Princess Charlotte's face. You know what I mean? So this is what they do. This is very, very true to the pattern of behavior. Like, there is a lot of scandals out there now. There's a lot of noise about his dealings. There's a lot of noise about his properties that are being rented out to NHS and all these other public funded agencies, organizations that he and his father are charging for. They're supposed to be the leaders, but somehow they're having the government pay them to rent any one of their properties. So this is his attempt. Do not get distracted. Do not get distracted. Don't be confused. Because what's going on now is Prince William trying to use Princess Charlotte as a smokescreen, as a distraction, as a deflection from what is currently going on, from the scandal. And he's been known to do this. A bunch of times he's been called out for using his children for publicity or for attention or to drum up sympathy or to create a distraction. They are known to do this. So for any of those royal idiots who are going to come on my page and tell me and come on my channel and tell me, how dare you talk about Princess Charlotte? I'm not the one talking about Princess Charlotte. He's the one talking about Princess Charlotte. He didn't need to do that. He could have said, Kate saw my beard, and Kate said no. Okay? He did not have to invoke his daughter's name, but he did. Do you know why he did? Because he needed people to think about Princess Charlotte before they pass any type of judgment on him for being a slumlord. All of this. And you know what is so interesting? He then inadvertently revealed that he doesn't even live in the same home with good old Princess Charlotte. Okay? So do not lose sight of that. All of this is a distraction. And really, again, if you don't know, that just, in my opinion, that just speaks about how immoral he is. Okay? Nothing disgusts me more than people who use their own children. Nothing I find more disgusting and more deplorable than people who use their own children as a distraction, okay, as a scapegoat to find favor. Those are the people that really, really grinds my gears. Those are the people that I really, really, really cannot stand. I can't stand those people. Like when they have done something bad, because of fear of being reprimanded, for fear of being held accountable, they will then proceed to use their own children as some type of a pawn. Okay? As some type of a pawn. Somebody says Charlotte is the next pair. Oh my God. Right. Oh my God. Princess Charlotte, you better be careful. If your brother is anything like your father, you have to pay attention to what you should expect, okay? This is exactly what you should expect. A brother who has no problem throwing you under the bus for his own survival. A brother who couldn't possibly care less. A brother who has no issue throwing his own mother under the bus. This man sat there, granted an interview, and blamed his mother. He called his mother paranoid. He blamed the media. He accused the media of being responsible for the poor relationship between his father and his mother. Hello, your father and Camilla are directly responsible for the poor relationship between your mother and your father. So, yeah, good luck, Princess Charlotte, because if everything is exactly the way your father relationship is, if your brother is exactly like your father, we can already know what to expect. We can already know what to expect when your time comes. Okay? So good luck with that. It's very obvious that you have a mother who doesn't necessarily care. She's just all about the power. She just wants to milk whatever she can milk, whatever power, whatever authority she can milk. Okay? But mind you, this is from People. People is reporting what was said. Okay? Again, it is so odd that you live with your children in the same home. They wake up every morning and you're there. They go to bed every night and they are there. And all of a sudden, they are still surprised and shocked that you grew a beard and they were crying. Again, it takes a while for the beard to grow. That means she would have had enough time to get used to the fact that daddy's beard is growing. So the only scenario where that is possible is a situation whereby that child does not even live with you. That child, you visited you one day, or you visited them one day and they saw the beard and she was in tears. That's what that means. Again, all of this in a bid to use his children once again as a distraction. Prince William ended up exposing himself. Yeah. In a bid to use his children as a distraction, like he always does. When things are not going their way, they will just thrust their children because they know, oh, the general public cannot resist the children. Oh, they're going to ignore everything. Nah, you need to come and address the reason why you are a slumlord. You need to come and address the reason why there are paying tenants in your home living in the mold infested apartments and homes. You need to explain the reason why, in spite of all the tax that goes into your pocket, you are still charging the NHS to rent your properties, the hospital, the school playground. You need to explain all of those things. No amount of thrusting Princess Charlotte into the limelight to use as a distraction, no amount of that is going to solve anything. You need to explain things. People need answers. People need answers. Like, it really, really grinds my gears when I see people take advantage, when I see people use their own children. For me personally, I really feel like they are the scum of the earth. People who use their children for anything, for bait, okay, for as a distraction, to get out of something. I don't like it. I really don't. Because you are teaching the wrong lessons. Not only are you teaching the wrong lessons, you are using your children and you are molding them to be exactly like you. You're molding them to be morally corrupt people, morally bankrupt people. That's what you're doing essentially by teaching these children, by using your children. You think she's not going to read this? Even if she doesn't read it today or next year, at some point, because these articles, they never go away, they are forever. At some point, during her formative years, she's going to read this and she's going to be like, that, wow, okay. I don't like people who do that. I really find those people who take advantage. I really find those people who use their children as a get out of jail card. I find them morally bankrupt. I really do think that they are the bottom of the barrel. People should not be doing that. Never, 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 never. And to think that this is happening even at the top of the so-called echelon, okay? The royal family, the prestigious family. Don't you guys just love social media era? I absolutely love social media era. Do you know why I love social media era? Because you can no longer control what goes on. You can no longer rely on the media. People really do know how to go on social media to speak their mind and reveal what they have heard and what they know. This is no longer the era where the media get to spin you and twist you and say whatever they need to say to convince you that red is brown or green is yellow. Okay, so they can no longer do that. And now, because of the accessibility, a lot of people are now able to think for themselves. Like, I'm looking at this article and I'm thinking, wait a minute, this is so crazy. Like, who does that? Why would you use your own child, your own daughter? Because that's all this says to me. But guess what I'm happy about? He then exposed the living situation, the living condition. He's been talking about this for some time now. Okay, we talked about this some time ago, about how he was talking about how the dog is taking over the dog. They're now sharing the bed with the dog. Okay, to me, when I read that article, I even said it when we talked about it, that this to me is just him setting the stage, okay? So that whenever there is more irrefutable proof that they are no longer married or living together or sharing a bed, he can just say, oh, I told you guys some time ago that the dog is sharing the bed, and because the dog is sharing the bed, it's just becomes too difficult for all three of us to be in the bed. So I have had to move to a different bedroom, or she has had to move to a different bedroom. Just get ready, because the more these stories start coming out, the more they say, because they that's the thing, right? The truth will always find a way to come out. Even if you're trying so hard to make sure it doesn't come out, the truth will always find a way. It will always, you can actually bank on that. Whether people accept the truth, whether people take it, that is a whole different ballgame. But the truth, people will always expose who they are. If you just let them keep talking, they will expose exactly who they are and what they represent. And that's exactly what we're seeing happen right now. High LMZ lifestyle and fragrance beauty. The dog is now husband to Kate. Yeah. So it's only a matter of time. By the time maybe video evidence or picture evidence start coming out, you're going to see, they're going to refer back to the article where he talked about how, oh, because the dog is also sharing the bed, and so he had to move to a different. You just watch, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay, because these people, they are, they are leeches. Like, even when it doesn't make any sense to a normal person, right? Even when it doesn't make sense to a regular person, they'll still say it anyways, hoping that at least a few people will believe and find it, their explanation acceptable. That's what they bank on. That's what they bank on. Okay. So yeah, somebody said either he's lying about what Charlotte said, or as she said, he doesn't live with them. Exactly. There is also that, because ultimately they are always trying to use the children as a deflection, as a distraction. It's also possible that that little girl never said that, and then she's gonna wake up sometime in the future and be like, I never said that. Okay. But in the process of trying to use his child, he ended up exposing himself, telling the truth about the living situation. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. Hit the like button, guys, and I will come back later. I have another royal family story. So hope to see you guys in a little bit. Bye, guys.